Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? My name is B.E.T.A, and I'm going to be giving you my quick final thoughts on the Fallout 76 beta. I've been playing the game for about 3.5 hours, came up with some positive and some negatives. But before I jump into all that, I do want to talk real quick and throw a shout out to one of the viewers who noticed that my audio in the earlier videos was pretty terrible, and for that I apologize. I was trying to do overlays during the gameplay to kind of give you my thoughts as I was playing, and apparently I screwed up my mic settings before I started and didn't notice it until the very end, when one of my daughters pointed it out to me. So shout out to everyone who kind of helped me realize the error of my ways. Hopefully this video here in the final will help you give more perspective on what I was thinking during the gameplay. So in this particular video here, I did rip out the audio for the simple fact that at this point in the game, there was only about 30 minutes left before they were turning it off. And I was just kind of running around doing random things, trying to explore a little bit more, not really following the storyline so much. So I just kind of threw this one together to show you a little bit more of what's going on out there, not just in the storyline itself. Quick baseline on what the story is. This game is based in West Virginia. The map itself is called Appalachia. Now, when you're in the vault, you come out of your sleep, you notice that the overseer is gone. There's messages being played, and there's a few clues left for you that let you know that she left against protocol, and now it's up to you to kind of find out what happened and why. So you'll get your clues, you follow her out, takes you to this little area called the Flatwoods, where you end up joining up with this group called the Responders. Well, you can, don't have to, but the Responders remind me a lot of the Minutemen from Fallout 4, not quite to the same level of colonial style, but still a decent group that their intent was to help the survivors of the Fallout. A couple of the positives I saw in this game here: graphically, it was pretty smooth. I know Bethesda left us a note early on before the beta came out saying that they were expecting a lot of major bugs and a lot of crashes. I didn't see that in the game, but there were some minor issues that I did see. Some screen tears, there was a couple of frame rate drop areas, and I also noticed that at times there would be large blocks of the screen that was almost like the graphics just wouldn't render in right away. That's kind of expected when you come in with a beta. Overall, I was pretty impressed that it didn't happen more than once. I saw a few people who were talking that maybe they crashed once or twice, but as a whole, I think the beta test went pretty smooth. The stress test probably went pretty smooth from Bethesda's perspective. So we'll have to see kind of what they do to improve on this and how this plays the next time they open it up. The narrative itself was pretty clear, although I did feel like it was a little underdeveloped. This isn't obviously Fallout 4's story, but the other thing that I noticed, this one doesn't have the same ominous effect that Fallout 4 had. When Fallout 4 came out, you were underground, you come out of your pod, your spouse is dead, you find all the people around them who's died in asphyxiation, you come out into the vault, there's creatures that you don't know what's there, you leave the vault, you find your own town, everything is gone, including your son. It's got a very eerie and ominous feeling, and everywhere you go kind of has that effect. This game doesn't quite have that. It's a little bit more upbeat. Maybe that was intended based on the way the game is being set up to be played. I don't know, but I'm not sure how I feel about that just yet. There is a cool new feature, the multiplayer. It was on the screen a few minutes ago, where you get to play against other players to try to loot them out. If you kill them, then you get to take what's in their inventory. It's a 1v4. It does seem kind of cool. I'm not sure yet how it's going to be played out in the actual real release, if it's going to be more groups, bigger groups, but it's right now it's 1v4. Decent setup, a little bit fun to play, not so bad. This game is a little bit MMO-ish though. I have noticed that, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm hoping that they don't take the same route as Bungie did with Destiny, and then they start making everything grindy and got to do everything on a daily basis, got to log in, you got to try this thing. But it did have that kind of effect right now with this particular game, and that MMO style. And again, this is not quite what we were expecting with the multiplayer with Fallout 76. I know most of us, when we were looking at Fallout 4, were pretty excited to see that Fallout 76 was going to have the multiplayer, because we all wanted it based on Fallout 4. But I'm just not seeing it at the moment. I just don't know yet how I feel about the way that they're going with the MMO style. It may end up being nothing. Who knows? I may be reading way too deep into this, but that's just kind of my thoughts on that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed everything that I've talked about. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay that I put out earlier in the previous 4 videos. If you do, give me a like, give me a subscribe, drop a comment, let me know what I did right, what I did wrong. I don't have a whole lot of viewers at the moment, so anything that you give me and helps me get better And really and truly, I just kind of enjoy doing this. So it's all about making this better for you guys, making this more entertaining for whoever wants to watch it. If you want to watch it, it's up to you. Anyways, those are my thoughts, purely my thoughts. If you like the game, throw your comments in there as well. Let me know what you think. And I will see you all in Fallout 76.